In this video we're going to look at how to expand single brackets. So this first example, we have 3 multiplied by the expression x plus 5. So I have 3 lots of what's inside this bracket. So I have 3 lots of the x, which is 3x. I also have 3 lots of the 5, so I've ended up with 3x plus 3 lots of 5, which is 15. In the second example, I'm going to go through exactly the same process, except this time I have an x outside the bracket as well. So I have 2x multiplied by x, so x multiplied by x is x squared, so 2 lots of that would be 2 lots of x squared, and then 2x multiplied by 3, so 3 lots of 2x means I will have 6x. Third example. Very similar to the second example, so I've got an expression with x outside the bracket, and I'm going to multiply that by each term inside. So 5x multiplied by 2 will give me 10x. And then I have 5x multiplied by negative 3x. Now when you have mixtures of numbers and letters, I would suggest that you just do one bit at a time. So I'm going to look at the number first. So 5 times by negative 3 will give me negative 15. And then x multiplied by x will give me x squared. And this final example is the hardest kind of question really with a single bracket that you might come across. So first of all I'm going to expand this first bracket. So 2x multiplied by 3x. So again I'm going to do the numbers first. So 2 multiplied by 3 will give me 6. And then x multiplied by x will give me x squared. And then 2x and then just negative 1, so that will just give me negative 2x. And the second bracket I've got to be slightly careful with because I'm subtracting the whole of this term here. When I expand it, I'm going to end up with 2 terms, and each one of those 2 terms will have to be subtracted. So 3 multiplied by 2x squared will give me 6x squared, and I'm subtracting that, so subtract 6x squared. And 3 multiplied by 3 is 9, and so I'm subtracting that as well. Now this time I'm going to have to do a bit of simplification. So I'm going to consider what are like terms. So I have 6x squared, and later on I am subtracting 6x squared. So I have 2 terms with an x squared. So I'm now going to move along and look at the x terms. So I have an x term here, and I have no more x terms. And then I've just got 1 term on its own and a number term at the end. So I have 3 different sorts of terms. So I'm going to end up with an expression with 3 terms at the end. So 6x squared minus 6x squared, well actually it gives me 0x squared. So I'm not actually going to end up with an x squared term. So now look at the x's. So I have negative 2x here. And then subtract 9. So negative 2x, subtract 9. That is my fully simplified expression.